Hello everyone and welcome to another I Pick My Butt video. Today we're playing Archero and we're going to be showing you Chapter 6, how to beat it, breaking down the bosses, and showing you what we did on the way. And if you want to see more videos about Archero and showing you how to beat the levels and all sorts of other cool stuff, well, hit that subscribe button, tap that like, because we're going to be bringing you tons more stuff. And a little info for all you that are still stuck on Chapter 5, don't give up. It took me a couple of weeks. I think I was around level 39 when I beat it. But when I got to Chapter 6, beat it within a day. So this isn't as difficult, seeing how there's only 20 levels. Yes, there are waves, but the right combination of things really isn't too bad. So right off the bat, you can see we have a new enemy here that shoots these orange kind of waves. And really, they're going to jump around slightly, but if you keep your distance on them, you really don't have too much to worry about. They pretty much just bounce a little bit, and you can see if you're close to a wall also, they're just going to go into there and disappear. So kind of figure out their position, where they're at. They're really not too terrible. When I say I beat this the next day, well, I did grind a lot on it. I was playing quite a bit. The hardest part is getting that end boss because I didn't know what to expect with him, and he kind of whomped on me a couple of times. But really, once you learn the techniques of these guys, they're really not too bad at all. And if you didn't see already, we started off with front shot there, so we're shooting 2 arrows at a time. You'll see here, Blazing Strike. This is going to kind of be a sword that floats around and attacks enemies on its own. I wasn't too fond of it, although I do want to make a video showing all 4 swords together. I think that'd be interesting to see, so stay tuned for that. But we really didn't get the best choices there, so we chose Holy Touch, and then we did Attack Up for our spirits. So we'll go in here, another wave, and then we'll get an Angel after this. Really, this is nothing too crazy at all, but we really want to make sure we're getting rid of these enemies before the next wave pops up. And once we get past level 10, the enemies get stronger, and it's pretty tough. So we really want to focus on things like Attack Up, Speed Up, Multi-Shot. Anything really with arrows, damage, or speed is really helpful on it. And then, of course, things like the Blaze, the Bolt, those are a big help too. And like you saw back there, I didn't have much of a choice, so if you have to, get your spirits, get them up. Attack up, speed up, arrows up, whatever you got to do. But you can see here, we're taking a little bit of damage. These guys are getting kind of tough. They are pretty strong, but really just trying to keep my distance. Keep in mind, there is 2 types of skeletons, the one with spears and the ones with swords. Those swords, man, they get a swipe on you and they do a decent amount of damage, so be careful. I'm really always trying to get a couple of shots in and then move quickly before those kind of surprise attacks hit me, because you never really know what's hanging down below. These are very long screens, boards to have to deal with. But there you go, we got through that one. And I think this one now will go for that attack boost there, because that's really going to give us a good jump on things. And we'll see the Angel here. We're going to choose whatever option is not the heal, which is Strong Heart this time. Now immediately going in, try to move fast, because there's either going to be one large blob or just little tiny blobs. And the way this guy attacks is he's going to shoot small blobs in a span, one big one that's going to blast out, and then another small one. So usually what you can do is you can go find that first one, and then once you get past that, just dodge left and right. This is all I'm really doing, trying to keep the distance. There will be times where he pops right up in front of you, and that's why I'm trying to stay to the left side of the screen and the right side, because if he does pop right up in front of me, I can go and run up or down. But really, I'm just kind of sticking it to the corners and just working my way from one to the other. Which I see here, he shoots the one. Once he shoots that larger one, just moving over is usually enough to kind of get out of the way of that larger blob. So really, to me, this is kind of the easiest boss out of all of them so far. Now, I say that on the fact that it's a pretty decent strategy. He's easy to predict on it, and it's not too bad. Even if you get hit with some of the blobs, they don't deal massive damage. But take your time, play it safe, and really just kind of keep that distance from them. Stick to the corners, and it's not too bad. So there you go, we got him there, and we got the devil on that one. And I'm one to usually grab whatever the devil has, unless it's a walk on water or walk through walls. Those really don't interest me at all, but when I see multi-shot, attack up, attack speed up, the dodge, those are ones that I'm going to jump on. And once again, if you haven't already, hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you at the next boss. And in case you missed it along the way, we got some great power-ups. We got multi-shot, ricochet, and invincibility star. Now we're grabbing an HP boost. So we faced the bat before. This time there is 2 of them. And I'm giving you 2 videos here. I'll kind of go over at the end. But the main thing I do, count to 5. That seems to be the magic number before they spin. And we're trying to do maybe that kind of triangle type thing again. The board's a little bit longer, so you can kind of stretch it down. But just keep on running the direction away from them. And if you get pinned in the corner, move over, like a triangle. The reason why I show both of these is I want to show the inconsistency of the devil. I got hit twice on the left screen, got the devil. I got hit 1 time on the middle screen, did not get the devil. So it's one of those things, it's hit or miss. If you want to guarantee you're going to get them, don't get hit at all. And to recap one more time on that guy, count to 5, move away, count to 5, move away, and obviously dodge the beams. This is where board starts getting a little bit hard with those dust guys down there. You see them with them boomerangs. What I try to do is just move a little bit. I'm not doing too well. We just died there and have to use the revive, but that's okay. We just got to be a little more careful. Really though, like I was saying earlier, trying to get rid of these waves so you don't have waves stacking on top of waves is huge. But really, move around the board, kind of do like a clockwise type thing if you have to, or counterclockwise. I'm not too much of a fan of the back and the forth with the dust guys there, because it seems like the boomerang, if I try to move up or down and back and forth, they still manage to get me on the rebound on it. And especially a couple of those guys, they're really a pain in the neck. So watch out for them. We've dealt with them before, but you remember, they're a pain, so be careful. We'll see you at the next boss. Once again, we were able to get attack speed major, attack speed minor, diagonal arrows, and we're grabbing our attack speed minor now. So for this one, I'm staying to the back here. We played these guys before also, except for this one. Once again, there's 2 of them. So we have the big fat beams that are going to get sucked back. We have the tiny beams that are going to get shot out in 7. And then we have these up and down ones that we just have to kind of dodge. But sticking to the back here, that seems to be the option that works the best for me. I didn't get on the middle screen, but you can see here on the right screen, we got lucky enough to win on that. And really, at this point, you have so many power-ups, it's not too difficult to just kind of slide back and forth. The big thing is, don't sit on those big ones, and everything else is coming at you. It's easy enough to dodge. And if you're lucky enough to get the invisibility star, well, it is timed pretty consistent there. I think it's about 10 seconds or so. But I know a lot of people will count to themselves to kind of know when they have that special ability to kind of just stay there and not worry about damage. Also counting how long they have it for too. If you get this down, it could really be a big help for you. And before we get to the end boss, if you guys can like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And if you're really enjoying these videos and want to help support the channel, we do have PayPal and Patreon. Anything is appreciated. Other than that though, we are on Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit, so feel free to join up and follow on there also. Now all you gotta do is survive these next 2 waves, which like I said, try to kill all the enemies before the next wave there and you should be fine. But we'll see you at the boss and show you what he's all about. So along the way, we took a crit boost, an attack boost, and now we're going to take the heal because we are going against this final boss, which is a dragon. He's going to start off by launching balls at us that are bouncing off the walls, going to rain some down from up top. And you notice how I'm sticking to one side? That's because if you get hit by his fire breath, which you'll see here in a second, that'll drop your health immediately from max to nothing within seconds. So for me, my first time getting up to him, I didn't know about that, and it was terrible. I was so disappointed. So hopefully you guys are watching this beforehand so you don't run into it. But that's how I beat him. It didn't really seem too difficult because you stick in the corner, and that's it. So once again, appreciate you watching. I want to give a shout out to OG Clan, a new Patreon supporter. Thank you, OG Clan. You are awesome. Glad to have you as a member. Hope you guys found this video useful. Like, subscribe, and remember, I pick my butt.